Hi everyone, this is Pastor Jeff recording another Kids on the Vine video of the book of the Proverbs. Today we're going to be in Proverbs 16, starting in verse 20. So if you're in your room and you're with your kids, everyone kind of sit down here and we'll listen together and learn from the book of Proverbs. Okay, here's what it says in God's Word. He who heeds, or that means follows, he who heeds the word wisely will find good. If you heed the word wisely, you will find good. And whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. Whoever trusts in the Lord, happy is he. You've probably heard stuff like this before. If you've been in church or you've been in a children's ministry class, you've probably heard stuff like trust in the Lord. It's actually repeated throughout the Proverbs. In Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6 is a very famous passage. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. This is a very important thing. But here we get something else which is kind of cool about trusting in the Lord. And it says that happy is he who trusts in the Lord. And that's what I want to talk about today is your happiness. Happiness. Who in the room who's listening right now likes to be happy? If you like to be happy, say, yeah. All right. I'm guessing most of you do, and maybe for you parents listening, you probably like to be happy as well. Happiness is a really important part of life. When people are feeling sad or down or depressed, we never say it like, oh, that's a great thing. No, we think there's a problem, right? Because why? There's an absence of happiness. Now, what makes you happy? Think about it just for a second. Everybody think about 2 or 3 things that make you happy. What makes me happy? You know, for a lot of people, it's stuff like a freeze pop. My kids love to have freeze pops in the afternoon. It makes them very happy. Or for some people, I see I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt. It's got this Star Wars stuff on it. For some people, Star Wars makes them really, really happy. Or watching another movie makes them happy. Or eating a cheeseburger. Or a good conversation with a friend. And these are all great, great things. Don't get me wrong. But I gotta tell you, I think you probably have realized this, you know, after you eat the freeze pop and it's gone, sometimes don't you feel like you have to get another freeze pop? Like, well, I was happy, but now I don't want it. I need another one to continue my happiness. And that's the problem with what we would call temporary happiness. Everybody say temporary happiness. And this is very important for you guys as kids to understand this. Things in the world, stuff, food, friends, fun, it's all temporary happiness. It's not wrong, but it is temporary. So if you find yourself sometimes thinking like, I was happy, but now I find myself not being happy, that's just because that's the way the world is. But what this is talking about in this proverb is a deeper, more fulfilling, longer lasting happiness. Who would like to be happy the whole day? Go, yeah, I want to be happy all day, if you want to be happy all day. And hopefully everyone did that. Well, if you want to be happy all day, what I would actually call a different term, I would call that joy, a happiness that has peace and contentment. Well, it comes from one place. It doesn't come from a freeze pop. It doesn't come from Star Wars. It doesn't come from a cheeseburger or a movie. It comes from the Lord. And you need to understand that your happiness, your long-lasting happiness, is tied directly to your trust in God. Do you realize that? Do you realize that when you trust God, it is there to actually bring about happiness in you, contentment and peace? Kiddos, listen up. Are you crying at some points in the day? Are you worried about things? Do things not go your way and you throw a temper tantrum or you scream and yell? Well, let me tell you why. Those things weren't supposed to make you happy all day. Something else was, and that something else is the Lord, the one who made you, because he knows how to make you happy. And what's really cool about this is it says here, he who heeds the word wisely will find good. He'll find good. You know, this last week we had a fun scavenger hunt at our house. You ever been on a scavenger hunt? You hide things around the yard and they get clues. And at the end of it, there's something that you find. But in order to get that good thing, you have to seek it. You have to look for it. And that's actually part of the joy, is kind of running around and trying to find the next clue. And that's kind of what reading the Bible is all about. It's like searching for goodness, and that goodness of the Lord is what makes you happy and content. So children, let me just remind you, whenever you're hearing a Bible study or you're reading something about God's Word, don't think this. Don't think, oh, I have to do that again, or, oh, no. Think of it like this. It's a scavenger hunt. Seek in it. There are hidden things waiting for you if you would only look and go through all the clues and then find the good things. And when you find those good things that the Lord has for you, you trust in them. You trust in what He has for you, and you will get not only goodness, but happiness as well. Heed the word, children. Listen to it. Find the good thing. And as you trust in the Lord, the word promises happy you will be. God bless you guys. See you next time.